Hello and what's up? Today I'm going to show you how to do the back limber. So there are two ways you can learn it. One is with another easier skill called the back walkover, where it's the back limber but instead you kick with one foot. That sounds harder, but it's actually a lot easier. I'm saying this because I actually learned it both ways, with the back walkover and by itself. I first learned the back walkover, then turned it into the back limber, then lost both, and then started over with the back limber. So it's possible to do it both ways, but I'd recommend starting with the back limber. I'm not showing you any new back walkover footage because I've learned the back limber and I don't want to go back. Anyways, so for the back limber, there are two parts to it, the back bend and the kickover. Now I know that the back bend comes first, but the kickover is much harder, so you're gonna learn that first. So to do that, you have to get in a bridge. When I first started, I thought I couldn't even do that, but you just have to do a quick warm up to get your blood flowing. So what you want to do is lay on your back, bring your feet in, place the surface of your palms next to your head, push off your hands and feet, then push off your toes more so you're more on your arms so you can get in this position and hold that for 5 seconds. Then take a break for 10 seconds. And you want to repeat that 5 times. In fact, I tested this and it took me from this to this. Now this is still not the perfect ideal amount of arch, but you gotta admit, that's pretty good. If you still can't do it, then make sure that you're not wearing any slippery socks or gloves or that your floor is grippy. Alright, now it's time to do the kickover. So what you want to do is find something flat and small to hold with your heels so that your feet don't separate. And make sure that the object is heavy enough that it doesn't just float down when it falls, because that won't give you an accurate understanding of where you let it go. This can be a piece of cardboard or wallet, but not a piece of paper. I use my wallet. Anyways, you'll put it between your heels because you'll be on your toes anyways. So you're gonna start off with kicking the highest and you'll gradually go lower. Now you might say that a wall is the best tool for this because it's got all the levels you need, but a very important thing in a kickover that I learned very late is that you have to arch a lot for this. And when you do that, your knees get in the way, so the wall is a no-go. You'll need flat enough horizontal surfaces that your knees won't make contact with. The best tools that I found for this is a bed or nightstand, a chair, the frame of a bed, and a lot of cushions. What you'll want to do to get started on these is go in a bridge, climb to your feet as close as you can, because arching is very important, and kick off the lowest surface that you feel you can do. Now, unlike other skills like the backflip where it's all in your head, even if you force yourself to kick lower than you can, you'll fail because you can't do that yet. Anyways, so once you start kicking, there are some things you can try to make them better. You can add momentum for power and kick off of your toes, but the most important thing is to arch, and arch. You should arch so much that you get on your toes but not fall on your knees. You might get to a point where there's a very little window between arching too much and too little because you're not used to arching so much. You either arch too little or arch so much that your body is too stiff to kick itself over, which might cause back pain. For this, I would say to maybe do some back stretches or just keep practicing to open your body to be more flexible. Another thing is slippery cushions. If you don't have anything fancy and just have access to some home cushions, they're probably not the most stable things. You can ignore this and skip to this time if you do have stable cushions. But for those that don't, you want to arch a lot and don't add a lot of momentum, because if you do, the cushions will move back and you'll arch less, which is bad. You want to first get on, then just swing back and straight up go for it. And for the kick, what you want to do is extend your legs as much as possible so that you not only go into what I call the straight body position, where your body is straight and your legs are slanted, but beyond that, where your shoulders over rotate. This will literally force you to flip over, which will hurt your shoulders a lot, so I recommend taking a few days break if the pain really gets to you, but then come back because this is really powerful. And you can use this on any level of kicking. What you don't want to do is half kick, because that's just not powerful and you have no chance of flipping over. And once you get to the lower levels where your cushions won't be as slippery, or if you have unslippery cushions, then you can use a lot of momentum. So what you want to do is rock back and forth to build momentum. Then once that's built, you want to get all the way on your toes and just extend your legs, then kick to force yourself to flip over. Remember, just extend your legs, then kick. We don't want any half-ass kicks. And when I was learning it, failure and tiredness would get me so annoyed to the point that if I wasn't doing so good one day, I would say that I'm simply too sore and that I should stop today, but I'd be fine 5 minutes later. I probably lost days or even a week of good progress just because of failure, tiredness, and annoyance. So before you give up and think you can't do this, I want to share with you 2 principles that really helped me overcome fear and skyrocket my progress. The first one is that, let's say if on day 1 you start at level 1 and you keep practicing until you hit level 3, then your new baseline level will be level 2, which is slightly harder than level 1. Then when you come back tomorrow and you start at level 2 and you keep practicing till you're almost on level 6, which is the ground, then your new baseline level will be level 3, which is slightly harder than level 2. So the lesson for you is that just because you ended on the 4th level yesterday doesn't mean you'll still be there today. You might have to go back to level 3 or even 2, and that might make you sad, but just remember that you started on level 1 yesterday. So the rule of thumb is to go 2 or so levels back from what you could do yesterday. And the second principle is that if you're not 100% satisfied with the level you're currently at, don't move to the next one because you'll be worse. Ace the current level, then move on. And to do that, you'll want to take a break every time you do 3 successful ones in a row or when you're absolutely exhausted. Now let's move on to the back bend. We can bring the wall back for this one. What you want to do is climb the wall like this. If you're too scared to go backwards like this, then you can stand with your back against the wall, raise your arms up, walk forward, flip your hands the other way, and climb. If it seems too easy, then get as close to the wall as possible because the more arch the better. One tip to get it on the ground is that if you look down, your feel will go away because you can see everything down. If you look up and beyond, your feel will come back because you can't fully see what's there. So the strategy is to look down, then immediately just go for it without stopping so your fear doesn't stop you. Now to actually do the back bend, you want to bring some cushions or a mattress, raise your arms, and this is very important, look up. Then just bend backwards and drop. You can probably do a crappy back limber now where you just readjust. And it might take some time to get the good amount of bending and land it because you might drop too fast on your hands and collapse, so you have to find that fine middle ground to do it. It'll probably be too scary sometimes, but I just send it. Now you can either just subtract the cushions or just go on the ground. And the final thing to do is just put your legs together. Again, bring the cushions, get it down, then do it on the ground. And just like the kickover where there's a very important piece of advice, for the back bend, I would say to just not forget to look up. It's very important. And boom, there you have it, a back limber. I hope this helps you get your first one. If you're still struggling with it, then go down on my free community to learn quick right now and you can ask me or others for help to get your first back limber, or you can help others with their skills. Don't worry, it's completely free. Bye for now and I'll see you later.